your life until you change something you do daily. I'm going to say that again. You need to write that down. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. You are actually managing decisions that you made internally about how you operate, what your values are, what you believe success is, and now you're managing them. And if you don't like where you are, you're your manager. You're the steward. If you don't like where your bloodline has come financially and where it's going based off of you, what are you managing to turn that around? What are we doing differently to turn it around? Ain't nobody running. And so what's happening is I'm wasting time, wasting days. Life is short. I'll be 58 in May, and I remember learning how to ride a bike yesterday. And it seems like the older I get, the faster time. When me and my wife sitting up talking about it, it's almost time to buy Christmas presents. Stuff moving so fast. And you doing the same thing, expecting. I was telling him, I mess with Wise because he always, Elder Wise always got me some little spiritual saying early in the morning, text me. And then I look at what time it came in. I'm like, I ain't gonna say what I said. What? I'm like, how in the heaven he get up this early, be this cheerful, sending me this kind of word? It's ungodly. I know Jesus got up early, but I don't think it was this early. So I was going to text. Last night I said, look, I'm going to start getting up because I'm not that early prayer. I'm just not. I'm not, you know. I believe that the 12th or 11th commandment is thou shalt not pray until after you took a shower and did all that other stuff. To have all body parts awake and smelling good. There's a sweet fragrance. I brush my teeth before I talk to God. I want him to breathe on me. My breath stink, he's like. So last night I set my alarm early. I said I need something different. I got to do something different. I got to change. So I'm going to get up early. I'm going to beat Wise. I'm going to send him a joyful noise. Bless God, the alarm went off. I thank God for snooze. But check this out. I said, thank you, Jesus. That's a start. Despise not small beginnings. Because in all that, you understand, you're actually preparing for something in that day. The way your life is today is preparing you for tomorrow. I'm going to say it again. The way your life is today is preparing you for tomorrow. And the only adequate preparation for tomorrow is the right use of today. It is said that most people don't lead their own lives, they accept their lives. I'm going to say it again. Most people don't lead their own life, they accept their life. What are you doing, leading or accepting? You got that tag that says this happens. Somewhere along the line, in Psalms 118:24, it says, we will rejoice. This day, I don't care what, I'm not going to let life dictate to me. I'm just not going to make. That's why you got to make decisions. Such a name say decisions. There are decisions and disciplines that you have to go by, and they go hand in hand. Decisions are not easy, but they are necessary. Say it with me. Decisions are not easy, but they're necessary. You don't make decisions because they're easy. You don't make decisions because they're cheap. You don't make decisions because they're popular. You make decisions because they're right. Now, let me say something. Why do I need to make a decision now about how I'm going to live so I can manage my day? It is because if you do not make a decision and develop the core of how you're going to operate, then you'll make emotional decisions in the moment. So it depends on who got in your face, what happened, what was the first person that came running up to you, and they already know at work. You know there's somebody, you got somebody where you work that just, you think the devil planted them there. And the day you're on the teeter-totter of which way you're going to go, here they come. And now you're emotional. Now you're making emotional decisions. Please, if you're going to make good decisions, you got to get the emotions out of them. Now, I'm going to help you with that just a little bit. I'm almost through. Please hear this. I know we're over time, but I want you to hear this. Please listen. Here's some suggestions when you understand that. Because when you make the right decisions, you're going to move in the things that God has ordained. You got to make a right decision about your attitude. What kind of attitude am I going to have? I'm going to make a decision now that every day you're going to find me with a positive attitude. I'm just going to be like that. The people that you say seem like they're always pleasant, they decided to be like that, so now they manage their decision. So while you trying to steal their joy, say, why is it you don't ever get upset? I'm managing my decision. I'm not going to waste any of my life today worrying about something that you done bought me that don't even matter. We need to go home and just count up drama hours. Be asking God, why I'm home so soon? He said, look at your drama hours. Why didn't I get this much? And then it just amazes me. We don't have the thing where we make up our minds for attitude. Then we let life happen to us. So now, if you want to have a drama show like Housewives of wherever and all this kind of stuff, we just suck up the drama. And we'll sit there and waste life watching waste lives. And you'll sit there and say, I don't want to live like that. I like to watch it, but you have become that. I had to ban my daughter from watching stuff like that because she became a housewife of Decatur. I had to sit her down, girl. No. She ain't seen TV in a month. Had them all programmed. You set your priorities. I made a decision that every day I'm going to act on what's important first. It's just now I'm managing it. Whatever's important. So whatever ain't important, I know how to say, no, I ain't going to do that. Health. I made a decision. I'm going to eat right. The quality of my life is going to be, it's determined by, I made a decision about health. So when somebody's sitting there trying to give me hog maws, or I'm going out and somebody's just loading me up with dessert. No, I don't need any of that dessert. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've made a decision. You're not going to cram that down me. And so when you see people that's walking in good health, that just and this, and they're not running trying to lose weight or this and that, and you try to say, how do you stay so fit? I made a decision to stay fit. This ain't easy. I learned how to do push-aways, and I know. Because then some people eat on emotions. So people who are worried and always out, so now you can't control yourself. So every day you get up, you exaggerated yesterday's problems, hoping for some lightning bolt of tomorrow, and just eating yourself to death. Because it brings comfort. Well, that's okay. Then it comes to family. So I'm talking about my attitude. I'm talking about my priorities. I'm talking about my health. I'm talking about my family. Build a relationship with your family and care for them daily. That's important. I said it's important. I said you got to manage that. You cannot just let your child stay in the room. We need to go back to one TV in the house. I remember many days I was mad because when my daddy got home from work, he'd make us turn it. And we had to watch Westerns because he loved Westerns and war pictures. We couldn't watch with one, but everybody was in the living room. That's when people went in the living room. Because there was only one place the family gathered. And so with all that is, please understand, we don't even do that. And then we wonder why we don't know them children. Who is that? That's ours? Now, I made a decision to handle family, health, priorities, my attitude, my thinking. Develop the right kind of thinking daily. What's going on in your mind? What was going on in your mind today? What are you feeding your mind? Because once you decide, I'm not looking at that, I'm not watching that, I'm not going to that movie just because they say that's the #1 movie. I read the ratings, I read what's in it. I don't need to see that. I'm protecting my mind so I can think right, think straight, think with integrity. You talk about your finance. I got to make in my mind. I make a decision to exercise stewardship as a good steward, as being ordained. Please understand this. And watch this. When I make that up, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Right? I made a decision to be financially well off. So okay. So now I'm going to manage that decision. Watch this. Somebody said, "Well, you don't understand where I came from." All right, look here. Here's just 2 examples of cultural wealth. Number 1. The average lunch, if you go out to eat, is going to cost you about $10 if you're a tipper. If you decide to brown bag one day and bring you a lunch from home that costs about $2 to make, some tuna fish, some chips, apple, bottle of water, get a case so you won't have to pay $1 for the water, you can save $416 a year. That would create a benefit of $174,065 at retirement if you started that at 21. Watch this, because we ain't got nothing, but we'll sit up here and we just won't do it. Take a $5 coupon a week. Get the coupon and maybe buy your paper products, your cereal, your canned goods, your toiletries, your soap, your detergent. You can save about $260 each year, beginning at the age 21. If you invested it, it'll swell to $108,790 at retirement. That's just 2 things. You ask, how many times you look for a coupon? But then you'll come to the altar and say, "Lord, I ain't got nothing." Then you're over at Kroger's getting chicken wings. If you made the decision to have something, you'll manage your decision to make things happen. And you'll start saying, "Do I need to spend that? Do I need to do that? If I do this, I can invest this, or I can do this. I can go back here. I can do this." That's why I tell you sometimes it's not a sacrifice when God asks you for extra in the church. Most of the time you'll go to a movie and spend $50 on a date just to get in, get some popcorn and a drink and some Raisinets. And then have a stomach ache, and the popcorn is 475,000 calories. And now you're having a heart attack because you wouldn't give God no money. Relationships. Well, you said, "I don't have any good relationship." What kind of decision did you make? Are you stuck in yesterday? You understand, I've been hurt by somebody. You're going to be hurt again. So you might as well go on out there and get in the game. Some folk going to hurt you and stuff like that. Then just look and keep moving. Say, "Okay, last night that ended." So they call you back the next day and say, "Look, last night that ended. I'm in today. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I'm going to stay open because I realize that God is going to send me some good folk in my life. God's not going to forsake me. And if I make myself good, I'll attract good people. And I'll manage my heart that I won't just throw it out there to anybody that wink their eye at me. I got to check what their core values are and what they done managed and what's managing them." What's this? of this. What's this? If